agricultural land under the residential zoning, then the potential. But if the land is agricultural land, then you have a building on it, you are going to value that based on the potential use as a residential, isn't it? But you have building there. If you account the building and then the land later, then you try to need to combine the two value into one. In theory, we call it a double counting, because you already consider for the better use with the fetch the higher value, and then some more you give the value for the building. That is what I mean. Disregard the building on it.
All right, Doctor.
Okay, I hope you understand, Susan. Okay, how
Right.
to pronounce your name correctly? Susan. Susan.
Susan.
Susan. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Doctor, I have a question related to Susan's question tadi.
Okay.
So, about the potential value, right? So, in terms of compensation, you didn't include the building, right? So, it is not.
Again, your question, Ikhwan.
Oh yeah. So, for the potential value of the land, we value as the vacant land, right?
Yeah.
So, for in terms of the compensation, I think it is not adequate compensation for the landowner because the land is the owner, right? The owner's punya.
Okay, I understand. You
So, yeah.
Okay, let's say you value without the potential. What going to happen to the land? Because the right word for you just now you mentioned is not adequate compensation. It's a fair compensation. Okay. Should be fair compensation, isn't it? Adequate can be is a very difficult to measure actually. But even the law say it's adequate compensation. This is the benchmark. Okay. I give you two scenario. One, you give a value of agricultural land plus the building on it because you said that the land is owned by the owner. And then the other one, you give value potential and then you give it a building value, close to building value. What actually the difference? Okay, let's say I give you the example, like one. Okay, you value the agricultural land, purely agricultural land should be RM2 per square foot, isn't it? Okay, RM2. Then you give the value of the building, let's say 50,000. Yes, RM2 times 1 acre, for example, is about 80 berapa Pak? 86,000 is it? Plus 50, 130 total compensation. Okay, if you value based on potential value, might be the value is RM3. You get what I mean?
Oh.
RM3 or RM4. Let's say RM3. RM3 kali dengan 43, you have 43 12 kali 3, you dapat lebih kurang 400,000. Tadi 50 campur 80 lah 130. Katalah you dapat value potential is RM4. Which one better?
With potential value.
That's why you must regard the building.
I see.
Nampak tak scenario tu?
Nampak. Okay, I think I get it. So thank you, Professor.
Tapi you must be aware kalau dalam practice nanti, kalau potential value only bagi pada harganya less than totalnya less than yang you value based on the agriculture plus the building tu, you kena bagi based on the agriculture plus the building, which higher lah to give the good benefit to the landowner. Faham? Dalam hal tu kita kena hati-hati juga.
Right, faham.
Faham ya? Jadi tadi RM2 kalau misalnya potential value hanya boleh bagi pada RM2.5 saja. Then better stay dekat without the potential. Our role is try to have to give as maximum as we can based on the law and the theory. Okay, understand Ikhwan? You kena letakkan benda tu seolah-olah tanah you dia ambil, kena nak bagi pada maximum as you can, bukan nak jimatkan cost tau. We are not here to save money for the government. No, we are here to give a fair compensation. Yeah, fair compensation, and as we can must be adequate for the disposals on. Clear?
Clear.
Yati. Hello. Okay. Saya dah ambil ni. Check.
Hello, Professor.
Yeah, Leguan.
Yeah, I'm wondering because inside the assignment brief, there's one instruction request a private variable, which is the applicant.
Leguan, no, you hold on for a minute because I have to run with my PA first. Then you ask the question.
No problem.
Ini timbalandekan, you put the perkara dia yang ambil 5, 6, 7 ke kan. Yang saya tak potong tu, dia patutnya dia cerita pasal ni, tapi jangan letak dia sebagai 5, 6, 7, letak dia A, B, C lah. Okay. Lepas tu the next one, open distance learning. Lepas tu pemerhatian dan cadangan chancellor. Lepas tu nombor 7, online pelajar. Pemerhatian dan cadangan chancellor ni perkara ni. Apa namanya? Lepas tu naik dah faham tak? Dia serai tu gitu. Okay?
Yang cuma dekat jalan sahaja yang ada.
Ada yang lain tak ada itu tak dapat.
Macam biasa lah.
Okay. Okay, Leguan. Okay, continue. Sorry for the interruption.
It's okay. Because inside back to the topic just now, because inside the assignment brief, there is one instruction require plaintiff provides a common plan for the trial proceedings. Macam ni, kerana I cuba search dalam land acquisition, dia cakap common plan consists of comparable from both party, is it?
Yeah. True.
Macam ni bila kita nak hantar common plan bersama dengan rebuttal report atau hanya sampai moot court hari itu?
Good to have bersama dengan moot court, bersama dengan rebuttal report. Kalau you tak sempat lagi nak buat, then 1 hour or half an hour before the moot court proceeding.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Professor.
Okay. Any more question?
Yes, Doctor, I got.
Okay. MKU.
Yes.
MK stand for what?
Mingkai, my short form.
Mingkai. You Mingkai.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to ask as an extension to one question because just now Doctor gave an example of agriculture. What if the land use is tiada, new?
Tiada, you have to refer what actually the indication of the land use. How to know the indication of the land use? If the is a nil category land. What to refer?
The quick rank?
Yeah, right. The quick rank, that quick rank will give you the reflection what actually the intended use by the state authority. If the quick rank is under the category of the pertanian, that is a pertanian. The land is a pertanian. If already building, that is a quick rank is referred to the building. Then you know.
Okay.
Okay. You.
Okay, thank you.
Doctor, I want to ask. So just now you say refer to quick rank, but is there any possible normally in the real world you always did you use like refer to the zoning if there is no land use? Is that any possible?
Yes, possible. Zoning is about the potential land based on the on the area, because let's say because under the zone, not all, let's say the residential zoning, not all the land is under the residential. You must understand. There is some still under agriculture, or some under there is and then you cannot actually because of the zoning. If you are agriculture land, based on the question by Tuan just now, and by you need to give a appropriate potential for that particular agriculture land. That is the use of the zoning. We must refer zoning.
But zoning and the category land use should be together.
Should
It's
be
a must,
together.
right?
Must. This both must be. You must refer together.
So how to find the category of land use, the quick rent, the rate? Actually,
you have to do the investigation. You ask what actually the rate for the agricultural land in that particular area. You ask the pejabat tanah. Part and parcel of our work is to do investigation.
So that is normally we cannot find online one. Need to find the real officer.
Yeah. Sometimes if they already put in their website, that's good enough for you lah. But most of the pejabat tanah don't upload in their website.
But the quick rent is still different according to the location, right? Macam
Yeah. Johor different, Selangor different, even the Selangor Shah Alam also different. All different.
Okay, so we need to be specific.
Yeah, it's not easy. Our task is in the later on. It's not easy. We have to find so many information that not every day readily available.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
That is our challenge. Yeah, you need to face it.
Doctor, I have another one question, because previous lecture, Doctor, you mentioned that there's a certain cost we can claim during land acquisition when we move our premises for our residential or commercial to one place. So because the LA will give us a chance to write down the item for us we wish to claim, right?
Yeah.
So, while those amount of claim the proprietor wish to claim will be calculated during the valuation report, or there will be separate reports for the claim one for the cost of moving, etc., something like that.
Both approach can. You can put it in your report as part and parcel of your total claim, or you put it separately, because that one is not confirmed yet. If you cannot get the confirmation from your landowner or your clients, then you put it separately.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Professor.
Also can. Any more questions? Practical question that you need to know what going to happen in the industry? It's not easy. You know that to be a valuer is not easy, and you practice later on. You will find it most of your time to collect the information before you start doing calculate the valuation. To conduct the valuation is not difficult, but to support the valuation with the information, that is the most difficult part.
Doctor, I want to ask, like in practice, how long does it take to come up with a report from the start? Like, because for us, our assignments, we take quite some time, but in practice, how long is it expected to be taken to prepare?
It depends on the time when your client appoint you as a valuer. Let's say they're going to come up. The court already decided. For example, next week the hearing, and then you are appointed only 3 days before. Then you have to come up with 3 days if you want to take that case. Sometimes your client is so let's say for example, they will ask a few valuer to represent, and then maybe the valuer they are not come into agreement, then they find you are the save lah untuk bantu the last minute. Okay, Lavia, sometimes you have very ample time like your assignment now. Sometimes it's very short, then you cannot sleep at all to finish it if you take the job. But if the fee is 20,000, 30,000, you difficult to reject, isn't it? Huh? Lavia, let's say the fee is 30,000 for 4 days. You going to reject or you accept the job?
Depends how complicated it is.
Kalau I ambil terus. How complicated, I don't care. Yeah? Huh? 5 days, 40,000. Then your cost might be 5,000 only. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, tapi kalau you tak nak, tak apalah, you bagi kat I lah Lavia. I still doing valuation outside there. Tapi bukan be selective lah, yang those yang I rasa okay.
So do you take on multiple valuations at one time?
Because I don't have enough time, I have one after another lah.
Okay.
Aku tak boleh deliver.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Cannot be too greedy, but you have to keep in touch with the industry. Okay. Okay, I hope everyone later on after you graduate, you will be registered yourself. Kenapa Syahira ada 2 kali masuk? Syahira Kama. Ada 2 muka dia dekat sini.
Sebab mic dekat laptop rosak. Kena guna mic laptop lain. Kena guna mic handphone.
Oh, that's why I risau takut satu to the real one, satu to the
Correct.
fake one. Takut the fake one lah. Huh? Okay. Can we start our tutorial? Okay. Volunteer who want to present the what question number what? I can't remember. Hello. Volunteer.
5 or 6?
I can't remember whether 5 or 6. Which one do you still not cover? I hope that we can cover all until 14 questions.
Can I?
Okay, Ikhwan, you are welcome and share with us.
All right.
Right, dah tutup I punya presentation, then you can share. Ikhwan, orang muda kena cepat Ikhwan.
Oh tak, laptop masalah sikit. Sekejap Can you see my screen?
I still cannot. Okay, boleh.
Alright.
Number 5.
Oh, so I want to, number 5.
Okay. How
So
should
the question is, how should strip of amenity land or garden land be valued if such are acquired for road widening purposes?
Yes.
So first we need to understand what is amenity land or garden land. It is defined as part of setback which is 60 feet from the middle of the road. So it is claimable under injurious affection claim under section 2D because the owner suffered from the loss of amenity. In order to value of the amenity land or garden land, the Bismi method will be used. The Prismi method is a summation method of valuation used to assess the compensation value for the owner. So each component of compensation value to the owner is separately determined. So the Prismi method basically the total of market value, severance damage, injurious affection, consequential loss and betterment. But in this case, for amenity land or garden land, the compensation value will include the value of the land taken plus the cost of replacement for the garden or amenity land, such as replacement of fences and replacement of the gardens.
Okay. Good, very good, Ikwan, for the explanation. Where you get the piecemeal method?
Oh yeah, I researched it on the internet.
On the internet. Okay, it's okay. Okay, they call it piecemeal method because combination of all under the head of claims. Okay, it's good, but I just want to ask you whether, okay, now you have to assume first your land is what? Well, your land is already building land or still agriculture land? Because will you have to treat it differently? The question is very broad and general.
Yeah.
Just purposely I put the question is broad and general. Okay. In your case, your land is in what category of land use?
I think agriculture, garden.
Agriculture.
Yeah.
Okay, agriculture. For you to develop the agriculture land, you have to submit what?
Oh, submit what? I don't know.
You have to submit your layout plan, isn't it?
Oh.
Huh? Okay, faham. Dah belajar kat planning kan? Layout plan, huh? Okay, for you to layout plan. Okay, the setback you mentioned 60 feet itu from the middle of the road itu, is it you going to surrender to the authority or not?
Setback is part of the land. So
yeah, I know, but you need to surrender it, or you still can enjoy use whatever you can do it whatever you like.
In my opinion, also need to surrender lah.
Need to surrender. If you need to surrender, that's your land or not your land anymore.
I see.
Faham kat situ?
Faham.
Everybody can follow the discussion.
Sorry,
You
Doctor,
must.
what did you say? What did you say at the end? When you ask for surrender on.
Okay, I asked whether what is your category land of land use of your land or your the subject land. Meaning that there will be the way if the part is not if you going to submit for the development, then the part is not yours. Even though still under you, but you cannot enjoy the use of the area 100%, subject to limitation. Can be a parking area only, something like that. Can be access road later on. That is why the requirement under the land law. That's why in our valuation, in our compensation, you are not only referring to the Land Acquisition Act, but you have to refer to the National Land Court Planning Act and as well another related act. In this case, you have to follow because the setback requirement is not purposely for the setback. Setback means you cannot building another construct another building on it. That is what the meaning of setback. Kan? Kalau your setback dekat your dekat tanah dekat rumah you tu, what is the purpose of setback? To make sure that the one building to another building is not so close. Faham kan?
Faham?
Okay. In this case, meaning that you can give the composition value, market value of the land taken, but for the amenity area, you have to divide the market value into two value. One is the 100% that you can use. The other one is the amenity or garden area tu yang kena setback tu with the depressed value. Okay.
What interest value?
Depressed value.
Depressed.
Okay. Depressed value meaning that let's say if the market value for the you can enjoy 100% of use 100 per square foot, then the price value should be might be 50% of the other value. You faham tak situ? Dalam kes ini, injurious affection will happen if ada suppression into the acquisition separate the land into two portion. Injurious affection also can happen if ada injury or consequences loss also ada boleh berlaku if you have you hilang pagar ke whatever. Tapi in this case, I don't think betterment is an issue. Okay, that is how you to discuss and then you have to refer on the amenity land and the garden under the section various section dalam. Okay, done for the question 5. Is it everybody can follow?
Doctor, because here I have one question. If in the case where the land has been developed with the residential building and the setback already determined according to the maybe the Town County Zoning Act. So once the acquisition take the setback from the landowner, which means the setback is no longer in compliance with the act anymore. So there's a cangkah there, then macam mungkin ada fine atau apa macam ni boleh include dalam compensation tak?
Okay, your case might be in for the referring to number 6 question because already identify the thing because of the okay maybe we revisit your question after we discuss number 6.
Oh, okay, sure.
Maybe like that, Ridwan.
Oh. Hah? Sorry?
Boleh macam tu?
Oh, boleh. Memang boleh.
Boleh. Okay, because of the boleh, you have to discuss the number 6. Ridwan, share with us number 6. Okay, thank you, Ridwan.
Alright, thank you.
Okay. Bukan impress value, Ikhwan ya. Depress.
Macam mana je dia?
Depression.
Depress.
Bukan impress. Impress tu bagus.
Okay. Like this.
So doctor, you're saying that the depressed value means that the amenity land will be like, what is it, 50% less than the other land, is it?
Only example 50%. But only the example.
Okay.
In real case, you have to study how much the amenity land as compared to the other land. You have to do research. For the sake of the academic, or the sake of you answer the question, you can say 50%. Based on the investigation that the value for the amenity and garden land should be 50% of the. You must put a professional statement to show that you know. Understand? In the exam, you cannot say 50% of the 51 without the explanation. How do you know that 50%? If you say that based on the research done, that the value for the Ammunityland as compared to the other land is at 50%, then I know that the research should be done, but you know that how to get the 50%, then I can give you marks on that lah. Otherwise, bagi saja 50%, I understand that you just remember the thing, but you don't know anything.
Okay, thank you.
Faham lebih ah?
Faham.
Dekat sini you tulis lovely lah.
Lavinia.
Macam mana Lavinia punya ejaan LAVLY, LAH?
Ini bukan nama sebenar. Ini bukan nama sebenar.
Oh, itu bukan nama sebenar. Okay. Okay. Liwan.
Okay.
Number 6 ada drawing kan? Itu yang cakap.
Okay, so the question asks, how is land in the development area to be valued? Because if it's to be acquired at a later date, since it was not surrendered at the time of the development. So my understanding on this is the landowner didn't surrender as it should be.
Not yet surrender.
Not yet surrender. Okay. So first of all, because the development has been occurred, so generally there is a increase in the land value of the scheduled land. But according to section 2B, the betterment should be deducted from the calculation. First, this is the first part lah. And then second part is but still, because it's not surrendered yet, so we have to value the whole land stated in the title lah, just like normal what we did. And then we will use normal comparison methods like after and before methods, after acquisition and before acquisition, to find the differences, and then we will deduct the betterment due to the previous acquisition. So this is my answer for.
Can we see the? Can you share with us the diagram?
Diagram. This one is diagram for 7.1.
7. Oh, this is not. Okay. This is no diagram. Okay. Okay. Let's say you try to diagram it. Your answer.
Oh, okay. Hold on now.
Now you diagram it. Okay.
I think this is a diagram for this question. Simple one.
Yeah. Okay. Explain.
Explain. Oh, okay. Okay, so actually this whole land, let me add another. Okay, so from here until here is the land is going to be, is the original land.
Yeah.
So from this to here, from the end to where we start up. So once the development has been start, and then maybe this is a building and development plan, and this is where the step back supposed to be surrendered. So for example, maybe I can say that the root is at here.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay, so maybe this is a setback supposed to be acquired maybe for future purpose, I'm not sure. And then maybe one day, maybe say that this development takes place in 2014. Okay. And then the acquisition, support, I'm not sure about the time frame for the setback to surrender lah. Just assume that's the acquisition.
Just assume. You can, because the general question, you can assume whatever you like.
And then the
but must be in relation to the case.
Okay, so the 2015 is acquisition where happened Okay. Is after is from D1 from D. Let's say from D. So assume that in the case is for the purpose of widening, etc. Okay, so like I explained just now, before 2014, prior to 2014 is a vacant land.
Okay.
With market value of RM maybe 1 million. So after development, okay, in 2014 as well. So maybe there's a condominium on top of the land. So definitely the market value for the land will maybe probably rise to, I'm not sure, maybe let's say 3 million, something like that.
Okay.
So in this case, there's a betterment of 2 million. That should be deducted out from the calculation. Okay, so when we doing the calculation for our valuation purpose, so we will value as equal of total compensation. So equal to market value of the schedule land.
Okay, you must you must refer to which color of the market value of the red or the green one. Because the schedule line we know that comprise of the green and the red one.
Okay. Market value of the land, green plus red.
Okay.
Plus market value of the land, green. I think correct lah.
Okay.
Hold on. Can you guys see my typing actually?
Too small.
Too small. Let me figure out. Okay. Never mind.
Okay. Better.
Okay. So I insert a text box. Okay. 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 It's okay, right?
Okay. Very okay.
Okay. So composition is this market value of the land, green plus red. Okay. This is also okay. So minus the market value of the land in green color. So okay, and then later on we still minus the betterment of, let's say, the 2 million, like I assume just now. And then the total compensation will be let's say X.
Let's say put figure on the green Per square foot and rate per square foot.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Green. Yang Doktor you masuk, Profesor you masuk selepas acquisition punya. Okay, tak apa.
Yeah. Therefore, you just give your the scenario cannot be S, Y, something like that. Difficult to understand.
Green is 1 acre. Red is 0.5 acre.
Okay.
Okay. So, Recalent, this one is green plus red.
1 million.
1 million. Okay.
Okay.
So after the
Market, you know that the compensation market value of the land green plus red is it 1 million? Or 3 million?
Comparison.
Yeah.
Is 3 million because
Okay,
deduct
3 million. Okay, 3 million plus
okay.
minus.
Okay, RM 3 million minus the market value of land maybe
Green.
macam ni value ni terlalu sikit, tambah sikit lah.
Yalah, you setiap setengah hektar. This one is a 1 million, isn't it? It's 3 million.
Okay, and then the market value of the area for green only maybe is about
should be 2 million because kalau the green and red is 3 million, the green only is 2 million. You can say 5.
Tak, I sudah tambah after development. There is a
Okay, you sudah tambah because of the
because I rasa the value too big, so it's difficult to deduct the value. Okay. So the market value of the land green part rest is 5 million minus the market value of land is green 2 million minus the betterment, so the final compensation will be 1 million.
1 million. Okay. You give the 1 million. The acquisition is for the green and red, isn't it?
The acquisition is for the red only.
The acquisition for the red only.
Yeah, the setback here.
Okay. Show back your calculation.
Calculation bukan sudah gila meh? Sini.
Mana yang inilah, sinilah. Okay.
The composition.
Okay. Meaning that only red.
Mungkin nak tambah lagi endurance affection.
Endurance affection ada apa?
Tak payah tambah. Okay, ini final value.
Okay.
Ini final value.
Okay. Everyone follow the League One calculation and explanation.
Yes.
What is your comment?
Actually no lah. Can you repeat one more time from?
You can understand you, Big One.
Okay. Try. Hold on. I try to move the figure.
Make it your diagram a little bit smaller.
Okay.
To make sure that all in one slide.
Okay. The root original land. Okay.
Professor, I got one question on Likon's punya scenario.
Yeah, okay. Siapa yang tanya tu?
I am Susan.
Susan, okay.
Yeah.
Be ready, like one. Susan not happy with you. You must be very Careful, Susan not happy with you.
Okay, I try to. Okay, what is your problem, Susan?
Yeah, Susan, what is your problem?
Because the betterment, I am quite confused here. The development happened is before the acquisition, right? If according to your assumption in 2014. So that I think it's quite like what the betterment is not should not be deducted because it is not happened after the acquisition. Because
Ridwan, what is your answer?
Sekejap Susan boleh ulang lagi? Kita kena start. Okay, ulang lagi.
Because betterment according to the act when in the condition where if the land is a vacant land, katakan, then the vacant land is acquired and then for maybe commercial purpose.
Okay.
Here is condo. Don't go to the other assumptions, Susan.
Okay.
Stick to the condo.
All right. So if in this case, the original land is a vacant land, and then if this land is acquired after the acquisition is to do the condo on the land, and then definitely the land value will increase, kan?
Betul.
So in this case, there will be betterment.
No, Susan, may I correct you? The acquisition is not for the condo. Acquisition for the road widening.
But
in League One case.
Yeah, but the betterment here, I am not understand why we should include betterment since the condo is before acquisition.
Oh.
Okay, League One. Explain. Susan's problems.
Oh, okay. Sekejap. Bagi I sendiri cakap dengan sendiri sekejap.
Oh, nak kerja cakap seorang-seorang. Okay.
Susan, ini case dia ini vacant land yang I cakap sini. At very first, it's just a vacant land only, but after the development, so they set out the setback going to be surrendered. And then later on, the government only acquire for the setback part only.
But the increase in value is not due to the acquisition, right? So there should not be betterment. That is my opinion. I don't know I got wrong or not.
I concur you, Susan. I also thought the same thing, because the land acquisition is not the increase in value is not due to the acquisition. Why should the betterment?
Oh, okay. Macam ni, saya betterment lah.
I tak tahu. You kata you ada betterment nanti you kena baling dengan pisau dengan
Okay.
landowner.
Okay. I understand what Susan says.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what should be is it a betterment assist or not assist this one?
Shall not. Yes. I think no longer needs because it's already after the development. It's not before the development. Is it correct, Professor?
Yes, correct. I agree with I said I concur the
Okay, bagus.
with the Susan, because I also know I don't think the betterment issue is existed.
Okay.
Okay. Then what should be the compensation?
3 million only after the deduct the difference after deduct the differences between before and after acquisition of the secondary land.
Okay. Can I say that the compensation should be nil or RM1?
Also,
instead of 3 million.
Also can.
Why is it between 1 ringgit and 3 million is very great difference, Big One. You must know that.
Because
3 million terus jadi orang kaya, 1 ringgit you are nothing.
Because when I see this question and I got things for another scenario is setback is supposedly to be given to surrender to the government just in exchange for lower down in kit rent and as well as assessment rent. Betul kan? Sekiranya tak silap mungkin kerana acquisition pun happen on their setback only mah.
Seringgit mean is token value. You just pay the token value. 1 ringgit.
Token value. Masuk tu Professor tak faham.
Token value is just something that sympathy value to give compensation. Supposedly I give you 0, but to be kind to you, to be good to you, I give you 1 ringgit.
Okay. I rasa token value pun tak payah lah, terus new lah. I rasa scenario 2 ini lah.
Which one better, 0 or 1 ringgit?
0 or 1 ringgit better. 1 ringgit better.
Token sometimes dalam in our profession is nominal value. The right jargon in our profession is you just pay nominal value, 1 ringgit.
Okay.
Nominal value can be 1 ringgit, can be 10 ringgit.
Okay.
Okay. 0 is too bad. We are very good profession, Big One. We are not paying people 0.
Tapi kita yang buat valuation yang kita yang bagi duit mah.
Yalah, you advise to give, and then LA, land administrator, always follow you because you are professional. They are not.
Oh, okay.
You can bear in mind that. If you give a wrong advice, they will make a wrong decision.
Okay.
Okay. You are the culprit if they pay lower. You know, you understand? Because you are professional, they depend on the professional. In this case, they not simply pay the thing, except the consequences loss. Harga lori, that one they can decide, but not on the market value. They tak berani. You pay this. Kalau you tadi tolak betterment, dia akan tolak betterment jugalah based on your advice. Tiba dekat court, you memang muka merah lah lewat.
Okay.
And then maybe the opponent is you are the government valuer, you deduct the betterment, and then Susan with the other valuer, you kena screw habis lah. Habis terus you.
Yang paling baik jangan jadi valuer.
Best jadi valuer. You akan jumpa kawan-kawan you balik.
Tapi
lawat kat court.
Ambil masa panjang ni.
You need to register first lah. Be a professional. Okay. You know, okay. Issue di sini adalah you in your case, your compensation, actually you cannot value the setback. Setback you should give a nominal value based on the act. Tetapi kadang-kadang kita tak berani nak bagi nominal value. That's why I mentioned dekat Ikhwan just now is depressed value. Depressed value is considered as how much you want to depress is up to you based on your investigation. Understand? You must imagine that this area, the red area, is not yours. It's a you own the land in the title, say that, but in real term, it's a local authority lands.
Okay.
that is the setback means.
Okay.
Okay.
So ni macam tadi yang kita sudah cakap sama dengan Dr. Yu cakap, kita terus bagi token value sahajalah.
Nanti kita akan belajar the method to be neglected. Dekat sana nanti ada benda this one. Tapi ini kita dah buat dulu lah the exercise. Kan Susan, actually your betterment must be, you tahu kena faham the betterment you dapat betterment itu due to the acquisition. That is meaning that must be ada first acquisition, ada second acquisition on the same land. Baru ada betterment. Kalau because the acquisition bring up the value. If the acquisition not bring up any value, then no betterment.
Doctor, I got one question.
Yeah, Ming Yao.
Yeah, I mean, regarding to for the betterment, right? If like previously the land have been acquired before for like public purpose, and then like for after like maybe 10 years later only have the next acquisitions, should I include betterment?
Yes.
Oh.
If the first acquisition bring up you really can prove that the last 10 years acquisition bring up the value. If the value going up just because on another factors is a surrounding development, then meaning you also can avoid that, because betterment payment, you know that it's not popular. It's not something good for you. Because you have to deduct. People will angry with you. You understand the betterment operation. People angry with you because I should get 3 million, for example, because of the betterment, like the League One. If we take the League One calculation just now, right? Then only left 1 million. You are losing 2 million because of the betterment. Understand? Ming Yao.
Yeah, understand.
Okay. Can we? Okay, because now it's at 3 o'clock. I still have time for you if you want to discuss. Everybody have time to discuss for another question, number 7.
I think okay for me. But before moving to the next question, I have one question actually.
Okay.
Just also applying to same case, but maybe in this area, in this scenario, the building and development also like this lah. So the setback is going to plan to be surrender is also here. But maybe in other cases where the acquired part is no longer the red color here, but actually it is a orange color.
Jangan merah dengan orange, dekat sangat color tu tukarlah warna lain.
Okay, yellow.
Tu.
Okay.
Kan senang.
Okay, so if the acquisition happen in the area is happen to be the yellow color, which also touch the building development. So which means the building already no longer in compliance to the setbacks supposed to have according to the planning act.
Yeah.
How do we value in this case, Doctor?
Okay. For this kind of case, the government will not proceed with the acquisition that you said, because the government very smart one. They have the advisor.
Okay.
If you do that, because to make the existing building is not compliant with the planning unit, and then the landowner can claim tons of money.
Okay.
Understand, right? Will not happen. But for the sake of the equation, then it's okay. But my answer is simple. They try to avoid that kind of the arrangement.
Okay.
Because you open the opportunity to the landowner to make tons of money claims. let's say because of not comply with the planning unit, and they say that I want you to pay me the whole block of the condominium. Then you have the right to because my condominium is no more complying with the planning act. And then how many million to pay? Just because of your stupid mistake. Understand, Liga?
Faham.
That's a good question, but I don't think we're going to happen.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Because the advisor is people like me. I will advise accordingly to the government.
Faham.
Nanti I suka tengok nanti bila you dah kerja nanti selepas 10 tahun nanti you kerja dengan government, misalnya Syuzan kerja dekat private, and then you jumpa dekat court, High Court of Shah Alam, and then you better.
Okay.
Now you better in class. Later on, after 10 years, you better, the real better in the Shah Alam Court, not the moot court of Unit Malaya. Or you will face Ming Yao.
Okay. Harap takkan berlaku lah.
And then you buat mistake yang macam ni, then the people, then the Ming Yao akan betul-betul reject lah. Totally you lah. Discredit you, totally discredit. Where are you studying? He asked, she teach the lawyer to tanya that kind of question. Where you study? University Malaya. You are not the University Malaya DNA. It's like this. Understand?
Mutation.
That is always the question asked in the court.
Okay.
May I know where is your how long that you are in this field?
So, Doctor, this is a real question that we'll ask in court.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jangan malukan Universiti Malaya. You must carry the Universiti Malaya DNA. Don't tell me that I the one teach you the plan acquisition.
Okay.
Don't mention kalau you buat macam tu.
Faham.
Faham ya?
Okay.
Okay, sebab you can ask all kind of question with regard to land acquisition to me.
Okay.
Doctor, in this case, like based on Likuan's drawing here, if the red portion is the setback, right? If the acquisition causing the building to not compliance to the planning local plan, then how?
You can claim the market value of the building, because you say that my building is no more compliance. I have to rebuild my building in other area.
Okay.
That's why I say that the government will not doing that kind of acquisition. Because they also have the advisor. Okay, this is the real story. You know that the government make a mistake. Okay, acquire. You know that one of the building, dia terkena the building itu the posh punya area tu, posh kan? Bila posh punya area, no more compliance with the setback requirement and that was itu. And then I as a government, because already gazetted, and then I say that the government should pay the whole value of the building. Masa itu rumah batu 4 tingkat. Bukan 4 tingkat, 4 bilik. And then instead of you touch the post saja, then you have to pay the total value of the building alone is at 250,000. just because you touch the then the government have to pay. And then you know what how the landowner dia pun tak pindah. Dia robohkan dia punya porch tu, dapat balik setback 10 feet. Dia buat porch sebelah sana, buat entrance sebelah belakang jadi depan. Smart kan? Robohkan porch tu, belanja lebih kurang dalam 5,000 saja. Rebig another 10,000, 15,000, tapi dapat 250.
But doctor, in this case,
Is it because the government mistake?
In this case, we cannot use LOU, man. You touch the porch a little bit and tell him to build back lah. Should be okay, right?
No,
LOU.
cannot LOU because you not undertaking apa. You yang buat benda itu jadi not compliant with the planning. It's not the landowner.
Oh.
LOU only the thing that are not against the law.
Okay.
You will understand. Because pada masa inquiry, yes, they claim that my building is illegal building because not compliant with the law. I want the compensation of the value of the building. Then I said, even though I'm the government officer, and then I said yes, the landowner is right. And then later on, selepas itu I tengok 1 month after the land acquisition apa semua tu, dia demolish the porch, and then the age of the building itu ada 10 feet setback requirement of the hanya 10 feet saja kan masa tu. 10 feet dia ada, lepas tu dia pindah dia ada side, dia buat fasad dia punya entrance tu dah jadi belakang, di belakang. Dalam tu kita have to tapi you just the moral of the story, they gain so much money because the whole building cannot is a non-compliance of the planning law. It's a government mistake that in that case happen in Temelloh.
Doctor, just now you mentioned the depressed value. May I know what is that?
Let's say your name again?
Sui Jong.
Sui Jong. Okay, Sui Jong. If you are depressed, you are in the better position or in the bad position?
In a bad position.
Okay, that is meaning that the value is bad, isn't it?
Yeah, but how they calculate?
How they calculate? You must investigate. Investigation. Like I mentioned, our profession is about investigation.
So normally, like for this one, if the compensation, if no nominal, so the compensation is about 3 million. So for depressed value, agak-agak berapa lah? Know the percentage? Maybe
1 million, 500,000, something like that.
Oh, it's about less than half lah. Oh.
That is under rule of thumb only, not the real one.
Oh, okay.
Paham rule of thumb?
Paham.
Okay.
Thank you.
Kenapa orang panggil rule of thumb? Setuju?
Semua orang.
Thumb tu ada rule.
Then rasa semua orang agree with this so they put the thumb on. So okay lah.
Okay, Sejong sudah explain you what the meaning of rule of thumb. Okay, the rule of thumb now, semua orang setuju tak betterment itu tiada dalam kes League One tadi? Setuju. Okay. Kita nak buat soalan 7?
Doctor, I still got question.
Okay.
Previously, Doctor, you got mentioned about the building, either it's under commercial use or residential use, the compensation of building is the same. I actually don't really understand this statement.
What I said, the building under the commercial use and
Compensation for building, for building under commercial use or residential use is the same. I actually don't really understand for this statement.
oh, because we are paying the cost of building. It's not because of the use of the building. The cost to construct the commercial building and the cost to construct the residential, it's a little bit similar, isn't it? Sometimes construct the commercial building is sometimes cheaper than the residential building, because the residential building is you have a lot of finishes. Sometimes.
Okay, understand.
Commercial thing and only the very plain. Because we are referring to the cost of construction, not the what the, because that's why it should be the same. Okay, understand? Yeah.
Yeah,
Get it?
understand. Get it.
Okay. Any more question? You need to ask more question, because this is the time that you can ask question. If you ask the question to your superior in your firm later on, they say that, where are you study? Like this also you don't know. Okay. Then susah kan? Tanya dekat lecturer sekarang. Because in our class, no such thing as stupid question. In industry, they have two types of question: brilliant question or stupid question. Better ask the brilliant question in the industry later, not the stupid one. Okay, this is the time you can ask stupid question. Okay, understand?
Yeah, understand. But I got one more stupid question.
Okay. No. When I said that's I don't. Actually, just a joke with you, not the stupid question. But if the question is so stupid, still okay in this platform. Okay, Mia.
Just now, Dr. got mentioned about the Ammunityland or setback. We can use depressed value. But for academic purpose, we just assume a percentage, like how many less than the market value of the market value. But like in practical, we need to have evidence, right? Like how we gonna find the depressed value actually, because I don't think they will have any
transaction
available.
Okay. Yeah, this is considered brilliant question. It's very difficult to find the transaction of the setback or the amenities, but you can put it something like that. Yang the transaction of the land with the restriction, you know that, in use. For example, maybe sometime other transaction of value of the site hanya for the 10 MB substation. Sometimes because of the no more use to put the developer can sell it. But still, that one is there. And also the other example is they put a kawasan lapang, for example, and then part of the kawasan lapang is too big, for example, then sell it halfway. Then, but the other one is a kawasan lapang. Then the new owner might be used as a children playground with a chargeable children playground. Okay, understand macam tu, ya? Tapi that is, I agree with you, difficult to get. Okay, for the purpose of theory, you know that there is no such thing of the depressed value. I just mentioned depressed value is in the practice saja kita pakai. Dalam law, kalau you straight away to you are the type of value by books, you follow what was mentioned in the book, in the act, no others. then you have to pay nominal value. Kita akan belajar lagi next week. The nominal value. Faham? Miao?
Faham.
Kalau you valuer ni jenis ikut buku semua ikut buku. Buku BIZ cakap macam ni, mesti kena macam ni. Kalau law kata macam ni, you no room for the flexibility type of the valuer. And then your life will be nightmare lah kalau you buat macam tu dalam praktis. Tahu? Ikut semua. Tapi itu lain lah. You choose to be a nightmare lah. Tak apa, it's okay. It's okay. That's why dalam law cakap pay nominal value because something you should be neglected dalam dia punya paper dalam act. Then neglected pay the nominal value lah. Nominal value can be RM1, RM10, itu saja.
Nominal value usually is RM1, RM10. Okay.
In our profession. Ataupun sometimes kalau dalam building kita kata bukan nominal, can be nominal value. In other term, the otai valuers, you know the meaning of otai? Veteran lah.
Don't know.
Otai tak tahu lah. Syira, explain otai means in.
Otai ni dah very experienced, dia dah kerja lama, veteran.
Okay, veteran. Okay, otai. Ni yang otai otai valuers. Sometimes dia tak guna kawasan nominal value. Dia bagi spot value katanya. Okay, kalau I tengok satu rumah, kata-katalah I buat case duty stamp, I nak value, lepas tu tiba-tiba I on the side, I tengok rumah itu, kalau I buat measurement apa semua kira-kira pun tak boleh nak bagi value. I just make a spot value. I value on the spot. That is what means spot value. Okay, di rumah ini I just nak bagi 2,000 je cukup lah. That is spot value. Tak payah kira. That is you need experience to come up with the spot value. Macam you tengok 10 sekarang you very unfamiliar with the gadget ni kan. Orang bagi you 10 handphone. Dalam ada yang 2 tahun, 3 tahun, 5 tahun apa semua tu. You ambil aja satu, you can give the value kan. This handphone only 200. That is spot value. Faham?
Understand?
Okay. Sometimes people say nominal value, sometimes people say spot value. Cuma otai je yang cakap spot value. Sebab dalam buku pun semua cuma cakap nominal value. Okay, Syira, thank you for your explanation, the meaning of otai.
No problem.
Okay.
Doctor, one stupid question.
Don't say the stupid question. Just ask the question.
Because just now you said like normally you tak berani bagi nominal value, but you say in terms of law is okay, right? You follow the law. This one said by government punya. Jadi pergi kau pun kamu akan win punya. Why you takut?
Bukan tak berani, tak sampai hati.
Okay. So
I dalam my practice, I tak sampai hati bagi nominal value to the depressed on the dispossessed owner. Antara tak berani, macam you ada girlfriend kan, so jangan your girlfriend ask for something, let's say I want the handbag. Kalau you tak berani, you akan beli, kan?
Yeah.
Tapi kalau you berani, tapi you sebenarnya tak ada duit, tak sampai hati untuk dia untuk kecewakan dia lah, you still buy the handbag, tapi instead of the branded one, Michael Kors, you beli Michael Kors Thailandnya.
Okay. So the government side, they're okay with this because they need to give money Actually they don't have to, but you give the money.
You as a professional, you convince them cannot, don't pay. Just give the depressed value. You just convince them macam tu sajalah. That's why I kata depressed value is not under the law.
Oh.
Tapi I tak berani, I bukan tak berani, tak sampai hati.
Oh, okay.
Understand. I tak sampai hati juga bayar betterment kepada orang in my career. I try to avoid. Tapi kalau I terpaksa bagi buat juga betterment, then with a very I rasa very hard-hearted lah.
So doctor is work for the government side lah.
I work always for the government side last time.
Oh. Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, we open for 1 or 2 question. Until 3:30 kita berhentilah, sebab kalau kita nak discuss question 7, we need dalam 45 minit pula lagi. Are you ready for that? Be honest to me, ready or not ready?
Not ready.
Not ready. Okay, it's okay because we already over the time. Then if you say you are not ready, it's okay for me. Because okay, but open to 1 or 2 question. Yang lain-lain guys ni apa semua ni memang tak ada soalan saja. Hanya dibuat dengan hikmah je. Okay, you siapa ni tak ada nama keluar?
Saya Izzat.
Okay, Izzat. Okay, baru keluar.
I have a question, but not about this tutorial, about the question earlier. Susan asked, which is the potential value. So how do we determine the potential value of the land? For example, right, if the land is for the agriculture use, which have a potential of commercial zoning, then do we use comparable such as land that already commercial use land as our comparable, because we want to use the potential calculation, we want to calculate as a potential land, or we just use same land with same potential?
Okay, I just nak buat correction sikit dekat you. No such thing of the potential zoning. Zoning lah. Kalau ada zoning ada. Zoning whether ada atau tak ada dia tak ada potential zoning.
Land yang
ada potential.
Land yang zoning dia akan jadi commercial lah.
Di dalam kawasan agriculture land, dalam kawasan commercial zoning kan. Betul. Cara you nak buat zoning, potential cannot be reached up to the commercial use punya value. Sebab commercial use value dah memang stated di dalam. Tapi before you nak buat, you dulu ada belajar tentang conversion apa semua tu, property development punya proses kan. Untuk dapatkan agriculture land to become a commercial land dalam land use dia, you kena bayar apa? You kena buat conversion, kena buat apa. Semua tu adalah cost, kena bayar premium everything. That's why potential tu adalah dia akan menurut pada commercial, tetapi bukan commercial value tau. Faham? I just give a scenario, tapi kena based on study jugalah, kena buat investigation. Katalah agriculture land dekat situ itu harganya RM3 per square foot. Commercial value harganya RM30 per square foot. What should be the potential value untuk itu? Berapa yang paling bagus? I bagi tahu antara 3 dengan 30. The potential should be berapa?
Average 20 lebih.
Cannot be 20 lebih pun sebab cost untuk jadikan Malaysia tu banyak tau. Jadi might be the best mungkin dalam RM15 je ataupun RM10. Macam tu, antara 10 ke 15 saja. That is what I call potential. Still very good as compared to agriculture kan.
Yeah.
That's why kalau ada building pun di atas tu, kalau you nampak bahawa bila you combinekan agriculture pure RM3 dengan harga building, combinekan, lepas tu you kali dengan harga tanah kosong, kali RM15, which one is a higher value? That's why you cannot value the potential land, ada whatever improvement on it. Nanti akan berlaku double counting. Udahlah bagi potential, lepas tu kira pula improvement atasnya tu. Faham?
Faham. So potential ni maksudnya kita add on lah dalam calculation.
Ayalah. You adjust for potential lah, maksudnya daripada RM3 tu kali ada, so that is namanya potential. Comparison method lah you adjust.
Dalam comparison method, right? Okay, Doktor, faham, thank you.
Okay. Yang I nak minta yang ni, yang siapa tu yang gambar dia ada tunjuk piece tu dekat telinga piece ni tu. Nama dekat sini Alia Mio. Dia buat gambar dia ada piece. Mana macam tu.
Yes.
Okay, ya yeah, Alia.
Betul.
Any question? Sebab bila you tunjuk gambar macam tu, macam you always want to ask question.
Betul.
Kalau tidak kena tukar profil gambar ni tau. Tidak, I thought you nak tanya question.
Betul.
Ya, Alia.
Tak ada soalan.
Cakap kuat sikit.
Tak ada soalan.
Langsung tak ada soalan?
For now tak ada.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Those yang tak ada question langsung ni potential A. Betul Alia?
InsyaAllah.
InsyaAllah. Okay. I hope that those yang tak pernah tanya question soalan ni akan dapat A. Siapa yang tanya soalan dapat A minus. That's the case? No, it's not the case. Okay.
Doktor nak tanya.
Okay, Aswin.
Yes, saya keliru sedikit tentang double counting. On what basis kita akan elak kira bangunan atas tanah dan consider itu double counting? On what kind of situation?
Kalau you value the basisnya adalah potential value, lepas tu you tengok ada bangunan atas dia ataupun ada improvement atasnya, you kira lagi, double counting lah tu. Dah lah bagi extra for because of the land tu, lepas tu bagi pula improvement tu sebagai another value add on, double counting.
But doctor, if the land, the valuer consider it as value it as a market value, not he not mention the valuer did not mention that he or she value as the potential value. Maybe
not mention.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it, Brian. You know that dalam keadaan you value, you surang-surang diri, submit to the bank, might be you are safe. Only after that, if people challenge your valuation. Okay. But kalau land acquisition, even you not mention, you are just value give a market value of that, people know that what is your basis. Because the other parties valuer, let's say dia tahu katalah agriculture land that area is the highest is RM10 per square foot, then you value RM15, then you say I'm not value let's say for the potential land. Kalau you berani, you pergilah mahkamah macam tu. Lain The other party also smart. Is a Universiti Malaya student, the same class. Katalah you are facing Ming Yao. Adakah Ming Yao tak tahu your basis is a potential value even though you are not mentioned? Okay, right?
Okay.
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 Okay. Okay.
Doctor, just wondering, in the case we consider the cost of the building.
Tak dengar lah Leguan. You punya speaker to improve sikit.
Okay, I spend lagi bagi bayar, bagi bayar.
Tadi cakap bagus, dengar jelas. Sekarang tak jelas.
Tak jelas.
Tak jelas. Orang lain dengar jelas ke?
Not clear.
Not clear. Susan always oppose you. Leguan. Kalau dia dengar pun dia cakap tak dengar juga.
We are in the same group for moot court. Like I'm not always oppose him.
Say the same group. You are lucky. You are lucky.
Doctor, sekarang ni masih baik.
Still not clear. To me, still not clear. I don't know what happened. Just now you cakap sangat jelas.
Hello.
Tak boleh dengar. Tadi kenapa okey, sekarang tak okey.
Okay, sekarang okey.
Okay, Mia, are you hear it clearly?
Hello, doctor, can you hear me?
I can hear you very clear.
Now, okay.
Tunggu sekejap lah. Okay.
Doctor, I'm wondering, can you hear me, doctor?
Okay, that's very clear.
If we take into consideration of the building, the cost of building, we should value on that time the building was constructed or on nowadays value.
Today's value, the date of valuation value, the gazette value, gazette date value, whether section 4 or section 8, not the one. That's you need to give depreciation.
Okay. So we need to give depreciation.
DRC, the concept is DRC.
Okay.
Depreciated replacement cost, kan?
Betul. Yang macam cost method lah.
Iyalah DRC tu dia. Okay.
Okay, faham doktor. Thank you doktor.
Okay, shall we end the class until we meet again after the Christmas, and then those celebrate the Christmas, happy Merry Christmas. Okay, ada ke sini yang celebrate Christmas? Ada ke tak ada? Ada lah. Brian, you akan you celebrate. Johnny Au.
Tak. Buddhism juga.
Oh, nama saja English.
I pun tak ada celebrate.
Okay, tak ada celebrate.
Melissa, Shirley semua celebrate.
You celebrate?
No, not me.
Melissa.
Shirley and Melissa celebrate.
Shirley, okay. I cannot. Shirley not here. Shirley, you.
Yes.
You are from Kuching,
No. I'm from Cebu.
Oh, Cebu, Sarawak lah.
Yeah.
Cakap lah. Kuching, to me Kuching tu I refer to Sarawak, not the Kuching per se. Okay, Cebu, Okay, very clear. In Cebu, our lecture clear tak?
Oh yes.
Yes, okay. Okay. Thank you everyone. Okay, and then I just to say bye and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay.
Thank you doctor.
See you again.
And congratulations.
Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
Okay. Then